All right, all right. Welcome again to Military Guna TV. Thank you all for being here. All those who have been waiting for me. I'm so sorry if I took a bit longer than I generally wanted to. So, all right. So, first thing first, Arsenal Football Club. How did you guys feel about yesterday's game and what you think about it? Because personally, for me, it was a very, very hard game to take. And my heart is not suitable for those type of conditions. Really and truly, my heart is not suitable for those type of conditions. There's no way you can go through so many emotional trauma in one single game. It is just that is just really difficult, extremely difficult, because there's no way. That was just too many ups and downs in my perspective. Too many, and I didn't like it. I didn't enjoy. I didn't really get to enjoy the game as much as I wanted to. Too many ups and downs, too many emotional aspects, and my emotions was all over the place. Yeah, good AQ. I'm good. I'm good. I'm actually good. I'm really good. Just still trying to recover. Still trying to recover from yesterday's event. Tragic, almost tragic accident, but I am still trying to recover. We all know Arsenal Football Club, what they are capable of, and how they are capable of actually killing their fans. But I am generally good. Yes, honestly, I'm generally good. My problem now is moving on from here because we have a big game coming up this weekend, and I do believe that it's a game that we have to win. It's a must-win game basically, and how are we going to approach that game? What we think can happen in that game, and I do believe that if you should realize what Arsenal have been playing, we've been playing really good, and we cannot write off that game over the weekend just like that because there's so many concepts and things to put in that game. Yes, of course, I almost died as well. I struggled. I really struggled. If you look at you see my reaction actually on my you see my reaction on my Twitter feed. I put my reaction there. It's football. Hey, you guys drew AC Milan. How are you feeling about that? How are you feeling about drawing AC Milan for that game? Because I know I'm happy that I didn't get AC Milan, even though I never wanted Olympiacos. I wanted to play against Mold FK, one of those teams, maybe Ziyech Dynamo, one of those small side. I didn't want it to play against yeah, I know. Anyone would. Do you think we should focus on Europa instead? All right, so it is a two-way tie for me because even if we should focus on Europa, we cannot just disband the league like that. It is very difficult to just disband the league because there's so much to play for. It might seem as if we don't want to how should I put it? It might seem as if we want to focus on the Europa League, but we have to be cognizant that the season is not over. And we have a lot to play for in sense because we cannot finish the league at 10th. It is not feasible to finish the league 8 last season and then still come around and finish the league 10 this season. I see Gunak, that's a good question. That's a very, very good question. And for me personally, I believe that Saka needs the rest. But in the form that he's in right now, I don't think he will want to be rested. Just the form that he's in right now. I don't think he'll want to be rested because he's in great form. And when a player is in such good form, it is not always wise to rest them, but it is more actual. It is better to give them the opportunity to continue play. But you as a coach can recognize when they're hitting in the red zone, when they're going in the red zone, and that is possible. You can actually see when they're going into the red zone. So I would play Saka maybe 60 minutes and then take him off. Hopefully we have the game in hand and we can carry on with that. So why do you believe that Man United draws are rigged? Because Arsenal Football Club, if you should recognize all the games that we have drawn, even in the domestic cups, we have drawn some ridiculous. We've gotten some ridiculous draws. We played Leicester City, Manchester City, I think we played Liverpool, Southampton. These are the teams that we played in our domestic cup. Zlatan is going to rip Manchester United apart. Well, I know that he has some beef with Manchester United, so I'm not sure if that is settled as yet. So we will see where that goes, because I know for a fact that beef is not settled with Manchester United. I know that it is not settled. It's not settled. So I think Arsenal can aim for Europa League, but it's still a hard. Yes, it is. It is going to be a difficult task to aim for getting to the Europa League this season, but it is not impossible. If you guys should actually look at the table and see the points variation, you'd realize it is not far off. It is not so far off as what we think. The real problem is the amount of teams that are in front of us. That is where the problem lies, because even if we should win all the rest of our games, we would have to anticipate that West Ham, Leicester City, not Leicester, West Ham, Liverpool are in Europa League spot right now, so they have been drafting it. Tottenham, Hotspurs, Everton, Aston Villa, these teams would have to bank on these teams losing their game, and I don't see that happening as yet, because even if we bank on those games, I really don't see that happening. Back to England today at night, yes, and that is very so. I don't think they'll get in any training session, but what I think they might do is just maybe ice bath to recover, do proper recover by ice bath and light training. Light training meaning just ball work, just to get the blood flowing and keep the momentum of the body. So I don't think we as fans are more worried about fatigue rather than the coaching staff and the medical staff. We as fans, we worry more about that, because we have sentimental attachments to the players, so we are so worried that we might end up losing them. And I think that Mikel Arteta is really cautious in how he's approaching these players now, since the likes of Emile Smith-Rowe, Bukayo Saka, Emile Smith-Rowe and Thomas Partey and Martinelli. He's been cautious. He's been really, really cautious in how his approach to these players and in regards to injuries. So we know that we're worried about him being. We're really worried about him being injured or fatigued, but I do believe that Mikel Arteta is really cautious in how his approach is in his approach with the players. Who do you think is better, Gabriel or Mari? All right, so I'm not sure if anyone knows, but Mikel Arteta highly rates Mari, and what I did know is that since last year, after the COVID break, when the first game that we played against Manchester City, and we had David Luiz fit. We had David Luiz, we had Mustafi, Kolasinac. We had so many defenders at that point in time, and Mikel Arteta to play Pablo Mari in that game. And since then, I realized that Mikel Arteta had Pablo Mari in high regards since then. And if you realize some of the games that Pablo Mari plays, these are high tempo games. The bigger games is normally the games that Pablo Mari plays. And you should just take that in consideration, the type of games that Mikel Arteta tend to play Pablo Mari. So I think he rates him really highly. Now, my problem with Gabriel is that Magalhaes he's a proactive player. He's a really proactive player, and he plays extremely high. He loves to break the midfield area. So I think that Mari is a better stable defender than Gabriel. Gabriel needs a bit more time. He's a bit rash, but I think with time he will be a solid center half. But Mari, in experience and calm and collectiveness, Mari is a bit ahead of him. So I'll put Mari ahead of him right now, but Gabriel is a solid young defender, and we cannot write that off. Oh, these comments are coming so fast, I can't keep up. All right, so next one. Zlatan isn't the problem for United. Real problem would be thinking you're running against. Well, you guys have really and truly, I really think that this is going to be a very difficult game for Manchester United. This is possibly the only draw that Manchester United did not want. Ask any Manchester United fan, there were 3 draws three draws that Manchester United fans did not want. They did not want Arsenal. They didn't want Tottenham. They did not want Roma, and also AC Milan. Those were the four draws, I should say, that Manchester United did not draw. And out of them, Manchester United did get one. And I am happy that I didn't get in one of those. So what I do know now is that I have one less team to worry about as an Arsenal fan. And I am glad for that. I'm really glad for that. Okay, why is Mikel Arteta rotating the squad? He is using Abba, and yet he's flat. He needs the rest of the likes of Leno. All right, so Leno is a keeper. So I don't see Leno getting rest. Leno is a keeper. A keeper can play every single game throughout the entire season without rest. Because throughout the game, yes, he has to be concentrating, but the level of intensity, the level of fatigue that is applied on the on-field players, it doesn't affect the keeper in that way, even though they have their own fitness level that they have to maintain, but I don't see it affecting the keeper. So Leonard doesn't necessarily need a rest. I can see a keeper playing the entire season without getting a practical rest. Well, that is true. Lack of trust by Arteta is an issue. Yes, that is an issue, yes. But if you have players that are consistently letting you down, would you still trust them? Be honest with yourself. If you have someone that is consistently letting you down, what are your trust? Each time they let you down, your trust value decrease just the same. It might take a while for them to build it back, but it will gradually decrease unless they prove themselves that they are worthy. And we have seen the likes of Xhaka. As much as how many of us hate Xhaka does and don't like Xhaka playing, we have seen the likes of Xhaka really and every single manager that I know that Xhaka played under is a significant figure in the dressing room and also to the manager. So we cannot write that off. Ashton Allman. Before the competition started, United were always favorites for me. We were supposed to beat Benfica. All right, so that is true. But Benfica is a good team. They have good players. So we cannot write that off. United are one of the favorites because AC Milan is also a favorite. AC Milan is a favorite. Ajax is a favorite as well. And don't be deluded that they weren't. Roma, a favorite. Arsenal, a favorite. Tottenham Hotspur is a favorite. We have to remember that we have the likes of Mourinho at Tottenham in this competition. And Mourinho, these are the type of competition Mourinho thrives in. Sit back, one goal, and game is done. That is Mourinho's style. Leno has a co-goalie, so he is supposed to be rested too, like the likes of Saka and Fred. All right, I just adjust that as in there's no need to rest a keeper. There's no need to rest a keeper. One keeper can play the entire season, one season not injured. Because fatigue, I've never seen a situation where fatigue is an issue for a keeper. I've never seen it before. Because their level of fitness which is required to play is a total different level in regards to the players. So for example, like a Kieran Tierney or Hector Bellerin or a Cedric Soares who are fullbacks, their level of fitness supersedes the normal players, most players on the pitch. It is the hardest position to play, fullback. It is doesn't matter what anyone can tell you. It is the hardest position to play, which is a fullback, because there's always gap in there and you have to recover. So yes, that's true. Only if Leno gets injured, you see the likes of Matt Ryan getting a chance. Gabriel would be good at United because beside Maguire. All right, let me say. All right, this is a fact. Right, listen, I'm not sure if many people know. I'm not a Manchester United fan, and to be fair, in my country where I live, Manchester United are our biggest rival. We don't in my country. It's Manchester United, then Chelsea, then Tottenham. That is the rivalry for Arsenal fans in my country, which is we hate Manchester United because of our history, because of Alex Ferguson. As great as Alex Ferguson is, we hate Manchester United because of Alex Ferguson, because of the refereeing decision back in those days, in our invincible days, or unfair we were treated. That is the reason why most of Arsenal fans in my country hate Manchester United first. But guess what? Most of my friends are Manchester United supporters. So I cannot go all out and attack them like that. because they are my friends. And so most of the time it turns around and bites me in the neck. But in regards to Manchester United, Harry Maguire is a right footer. Actually, previously he started off his career as a CDM. Now he's a right footer playing at left side centre back alongside with Luke Shaw. No, this is what happened. He normally has Lindelof or Eric Bile at his right side. Now, Lindelof has his weakness, but we have to understand that Harry Maguire is not playing in his preferred position, which is the right side of the centre-back position. That is where he was playing when he was at Leicester, at the right side of the centre-back position. Now, this is what happened. Whenever a right-footed player playing on the left side, a lot of the time when he's going to receive the ball, he's changing his body angle to receive the ball on his preferred foot. And that is what caused Harry Maguire to be caught off so many times when these first time crosses comes in, these hard and low passes comes in, because he's not on his preferred foot. So it tends to make errors because he's trying to concentrate on getting the ball on his preferred foot. And that is what caused Harry Maguire to be so reluctant some of the time. If Manchester United should get a left-footed defender, as you said, Gabriel Magalhaes, he would be a perfect fit for Harry Maguire, someone who's proactive, not like Harry Maguire who's reactive, someone who's proactive and can get in the battles and let Harry Maguire do the marshalling. Okay, so what of Matt Ryan and how long will he continue to be benched? And he too is looking for playing time. Yes, he's looking for playing time, but really and truly, that is the reason why he was bought on loan, because he understands the role that he has to play. It is just in case there's an issue with Burnley or something wrong with Burnley that we would see him. Oh, welcome that Arsenal guys. Been a while. Actually thought Ryan would got a chance in the Europa League. Also, Arsenal has to take their chance this time against Olympiacos. All right, so that's a big issue for me. I'm not sure why Arsenal Football Club tend to go in this type of game so reluctant and so easy. Now, why is it that when we went down after halftime, when we went 2-1 down, that is the time you see the team kick, and then all of a sudden it's a different team, it's a different quality we start seeing. We should have seen this quality since the moment the game kicked off. Since the first whistle blew, this is the quality that we should have been seeing from the initial stage. So I don't want Arsenal to go in these games with a reluctant mind. And we've seen it so often this season where Arsenal players go in the game reluctantly and just enter, and then now early goal is scored on us, and then we concede the early goal and the game is done. We've seen that too many times. So this game is a serious game and we have to take it serious, because the Europa League title is something that I want. I'm not sure about any Arsenal fan. I don't care what the banter is or what people want to say. The Europa League title is what I want. We haven't won a European title since 1995 when it was the Cup Winners' Cup. We haven't won since then. This is a title that I want and I would love to see. Okay, so I want to see Leicester versus Leicester. That's a good point. But Leicester City, they threw away the Europa League. Leicester City did not want the Europa League. People might say I may be talking rubbish, but what I want to do, go and research. Look at Leicester City team that they started against Slavia Prague. If you look at that team, you realize that there are so many second choice team players in that team. So it seems as if they deliberately threw away the European challenge, the European League trophy, just so that they can concentrate on finishing top 4 or even challenging Manchester City. It might seem stupid or it might sound dumb, but go and check it for yourself. Look at the team selection, and that will give you a good example of what or where Brendan Rodgers is in. But which means that for this game against Arsenal, they will come all guns blazing. And guess what? When Leicester City come all guns blazing, they're going to be vulnerable defensively, which means they're going to press high. Definitely, they will press high. What you do when a team is pressing high against Arsenal, you should ensure you employ someone who is quick. He is quick, and someone who is in front, on the front foot, who can get in behind those tight spaces and can hurt them. So, really and truly, I think that Aubameyang is the preferred start for me, and Aubameyang is in good form. We might argue and say this and say that, but one thing we know for Aubameyang, when he gets those chances, When he gets those chances, he takes them. Which team has Arsenal been drawn with in Europa? Olympiacos. Yeah, we definitely got them again, and really and truly, scary times. Scary, really scary times. All right, so I don't think Ryan will play even if he knows that. Yeah, he does. He does know that he will not play. He was actually briefed before coming in his role, and I think he accepted that role. Not with only playing Maguire and Lindelof. He never lose trust. He will. He will lose trust at some point in time. I think that I think one of the Manchester United what they should have done is in the January transfer window, they should have went for a left-sided centre back to bring balance to the team. They should have went for a left-sided centre back to bring balance to the team, because that is what the team is lacking right now. The team is lacking balance. Whoa, so many comments. After yesterday's game, Ashton Allman, after yesterday's game, I had a warm down, took a shower like I played in the you took a shower like you played in the game. Well, I said you saw my reaction, and really and truly, when my wife came home, I actually lifted her up and we were both jumping and enjoyed. Yeah, because honestly, that was too much. That was too much for one man's heart. That my heart couldn't manage that. It is so difficult watching these Arsenal games. It's really difficult. But really and truly, as a fan who support Arsenal Football Club, you should expect these things. And Arsenal make every single game as hard as possible. They make the game so hard that sometimes you'd have to wonder if this is like, if they're deliberately testing their fans. If they're deliberately testing their fans. Tottenham, not the favorite, to be honest. Well, not the favorite. I cannot say that. This is Jose Mourinho. Jose Mourinho. This is Jose Mourinho. And we can say Mourinho is done. He has no tactics. He has this, he has that. But one thing I know about Mourinho, he knows how to win a trophy. Mourinho knows how to win a trophy, and you cannot deny that. Mourinho knows how to win a trophy. And it doesn't matter which team or wherever, there's always a fear when you're going to play against Mourinho. You could be flying, but whenever you face Mourinho, it is a difference. Because Mourinho, if Mourinho should score an early goal on your team, you can consider the game done, especially in a cup final. And we have seen Mourinho with numerous stinkers. We have seen him done it with Real Madrid, complete stinkers at Camp Nou, and beat Barcelona and just walk away with 3 points. Complete, just one goal, complete stinkers, and just walk away. We have seen Mourinho done it, and actually they are one of the favorites. Favorite between Arsenal and Olympiacos, it's actually Arsenal, really and truly. Last season, we played better than them, but we just shoot ourselves in the foot. We always tend to do that. We always tend to shoot ourselves in our own foot. I have no clue why Arsenal Football Club always does that. That is our emblem. That is our insignia, to tend to shoot ourselves in our foot. What was Tobias doing yesterday? Twice. The first one, okay. And that was an immaculate free kick. But the second one, what the heck? What was that? He lost his head. Honestly, it could be pressure, but he really lost his head. So I say Arsenal, even Olympiacos previous games, they actually struggled to come through. They're not playing well. They're not playing well. So I think we can beat them. I honestly believe so. With Benfica match, I'm not afraid of any team. Really? After seeing that, you're not afraid of any team? All right, so you're not afraid of any team, but you better be afraid of Arsenal. It's a fact. You better be afraid of Arsenal, because Arsenal can defeat themselves. So if you're not afraid of any team beating us, please better be mindful that Arsenal can beat us. So if no team in the Europa League should defeat us, Arsenal can beat us. Better be careful. Should have beat Benfica easier, but sometimes winning in such a fashion can galvanize you as a team. Really? That is hard pounding. That is hard pounding. That will give you a heart problem. That will give you a stroke. As Arsenal fans, none of us want to enjoy a game like that. I didn't know. I didn't know if I should use the bathroom. I should eat some food. I didn't know if I should leave the house. I didn't know what to do. I was so lost. Alan or Mbappe, and why if you choose either? Whoa, Alan or Mbappe is Mbappe. Come on, it's Mbappe. Alan, exceptional talent. My problem now is that Mbappe has proven it on a different stage, on the World Cup stage. He has proven it in Champions League. He has proven it in on a variety of ground. Now, Alan is a really good striker. He's a really good finisher of the ball. But what a lot of people don't know is that they're watching Alan and watching the last score line that he scored this and he scored that. If you should sit and watch Alan straight like for 90 minutes, just be keyed on him, you'll realize a lot of bad passes, a lot of miscontrol, a lot of poor movement. You see a lot of that. People might say people might think I'm saying foolishness, or what I'm saying is not credible. But you should do it for yourself. Don't take my word for it, but do it for yourself and you will see what I'm talking about. But what Mbappe has is basically an all-rounded player, but just need a little bit more maturity, and maturity comes with age and experience. So I think Mbappe will go to the next level. Sometimes the players are arrogant. They need to approach Olympiacos like they are playing Bayern. Yes, and that is true. And we have seen that against Aston Villa. We have seen Arsenal players against Aston Villa, Leicester City. Even just one game alone, I've seen Arsenal players really come to work and they decide that this is going to be a serious game for us. And that's when we played against Leeds. From the first whistle blew, you could definitely see that Arsenal Football Club was up for it. We were pressing them, we were counter-pressing them, we were covering the gaps, overloading the midfield. Whenever we have the ball on the right side, creating the overload on the right side, and left side, same overload on the left side. And then when we attack, we attack in numbers. We have seen many of that so far. We have seen Arsenal Football Club doing a lot of that. Aubameyang must play consistently. Yes, I do believe so. For him to carry on the momentum that he has, actually right now he's gunning. He's on good form, but I don't like this idea that Lacazette has to play because he has this and he can do that, whatever. Think about this. When you employ a striker, the whole essence of employing a striker or purchasing a striker is for his output, his goals. That is the whole essence of employing a striker. Oh, I'm tired from AFT Discord. Big up, big up. As soon as I'm off this, I'll be back in the Discord. I agree. Leicester City squad is feeling as if all those cup and league games, the season is condensed. Yes, and Leicester City, they don't have a big squad. They doesn't have a big squad. So at some point in time, it will start hamper them really and truly. So they don't have a big squad, and then you're going to see the likes of Chilori and those type of guys coming in because their squad is not big enough to really facilitate all those leagues. So what you find out that they'll significantly fall out of each one of these tight these title challenges. And now maybe Brendan Rodgers will say, okay, let's focus on the league only. Which league you watch except PL? Whoa, I watch La Liga, I watch Bundesliga, I also watch Liga because of Mbappe, Neymar, and Saliba. And there's lots of talent down there. And every now and then, because I watch like the Turkish league. But it's just recently since Ozil went over there. So because I have to do my report and my scouting report and those type of things. So I watch basically a lot of leagues. But more predominantly, I watch the English league and the La Liga. Say Auror's coming to Arsenal. No, I'm not sure of that. I'm not sure of that. And really and truly, I would prefer Buendia. Personally, I prefer Buendia. Or yes, he's a quality player, but I think Buendia is actually more Premier League proven, and also he can manage the physicality. I'm not sure if you really watch Or to that extent, and you realize that whenever the game intensity risen, he would actually fade away in the game. And I've seen that quite a number of times. I think Arteta should ease Martinelli back into the team. Yes, that is a solid point. Atunde, yes, a really solid point. I'm not sure if I get the name right. It's Atunde. Hopefully I get that right. Yes, he's gonna ease him back in the squad, and I think this guy he's a sports scientist, did a magnificent report and Martinelli. And the reason why Martinelli game time has been limited is because of certain red flags that Mikel Arteta have seen, such as coming back from injury and then picking up another injury. And these are some of the things that Mikel Arteta have seen and think that is going. I have criticized Willian all season. He was good yesterday. Europa League might suit him better. Well, give credit where credit is due, because really actually, when we went 2-1 down, and to be honest, when I saw Willian coming on, I almost threw the laptop in my television, because I was saying, what is Arteta doing bringing on Willian at this point in time when we're 2-1 down and we're going out of the Europa League final? Or going up, yeah, it's like, yes, it was like a final, but we're going out of the Europa League. And I think that many Arsenal fans would have felt the same, and it was really disturbing. But no, we have to give credit where credit is due. He had a good game, and it is important, and it is really important that Mikel Arteta, and know what we finally realize, that Mikel Arteta consistently tries with him and gives him trust and belief. And we might say he might die, Mikel Arteta might die by that, but that is a coach and a manager, a manager and a player's I would say relationship. So it gives him faith, and some point in time will come on and deliver something. And we have seen that yesterday. Any of our rival, any of your friends, rival supporters? Well, I have one Tottenham supporter who is, yes, all my friends are rival supporters. 90% of my friends support Manchester United. And then another, well, let's see, 60% support Manchester United, 30% support Chelsea, and nearly 10% would distribute out to Tottenham, Manchester City, and Liverpool. But the 60%, they're really close friends of mine. And if we went out of the Europa League yesterday, I would have to just hide away in some mountains or something because they would come at me so hard. And I couldn't afford that. You'll be honest, at this time, I have seen all matches in the 2 months. I have seen Alan passing, which is not great, but movement. Yeah, that's true. It's passing those little small things, but take this for example. The most important thing for a striker is his clinical ability. That is the most important thing. You're not going to see Cristiano Ronaldo dropping at the stadium position and springing ball over to the wide to give Alexandro. You're not going to see Cristiano Ronaldo do that. You're more likely to see Cristiano Ronaldo heading towards the 18-yard box with the ball or whatever, and going towards the goal, trying to score some goals. So I do believe that is his primary role, is to score a goal. It's not like Lionel Messi now, where it's my baller, where would take the ball of the defenders, come in between the line and do all those types of fancy footwork, getting the ball, springing the ball, playing like a number 10/number 9 or false 9. Do you see Drew? Of course I saw that. And it hurt me. It really did hurt me. It pained my heart when I saw Drew do that. And I was upset because I swore it was offside. I was upset because I thought it was offside. And I didn't want it to happen, but yes, it did happen. And yes, I hate him for that. Well, not the play, but I hate that moment. I really hate that moment. And I want you guys to know, would you believe that Giroud highlight reels would actually be one of the best highlight reels you'd ever see on YouTube? This guy scored some of the best goals in the history of football. Go and check it out. Check out his highlight reels. He scored the best goals in the history of football. Some of the weirdest goals. Really, really weird. We can't watch League One in India. Oh, that's bad. That is bad. Stream it. Why not stream it? The financial situation in League One will provide a lot of bargains if Arsenal are shrewd. Yes. Yes, if we're shrewd enough, we can go down there and snatch some real good talent, because there are so many good talents down there. When I see some of these teams, okay, I can't remember. Ooh, when I remember, I'll tell you guys about it. As soon as I remember, I'll do a review on it. But there's so many young talents down there. There's so many good fullbacks down there. There's so many good midfielders. But at the time will come when we'll actually see them. So they can get the talent from the small clubs for cheap, and yes, really, really cheap. There's so many clubs, players on there. Arteta masterclass. You must have a gala about teasing United friends about Sanchez transfer. Well, really and truly, it didn't. I didn't because we had Mkhitaryan who didn't do anything, so we couldn't tease them about it. And now, he's still struggling anyway, so it really makes no sense. And it makes no sense tease them about a player in which you let go as well. But I do tease them as well. And personally, I'll advise you, once you're a football fan, don't be afraid. Do not be afraid to banter other clubs. Do not be afraid, because the truth is, we are fans. It doesn't matter how poor a club is doing. We can banter other club. We can banter other club. It doesn't matter how poor a club is doing. Suarez or Lewandowski. Suarez or Lewandowski. Suarez has passed his best, but he's still gunning. Lewandowski is gunning as well. Ooh, that's a difficult one. Very, very difficult. I'll go with Suarez because he has scored more goals. He has scored more goals in different leagues, so I'll go with him. And basically, Suarez, I think Suarez has more titles. I might be wrong, but don't quote me. I might be wrong. I'll go with Suarez. But Lewandowski, Suarez, two of the best central attackers in central strikers ever given. We need to get the Europa League done in the first game. Get 3 to 4 goals, 4 away goals. Yes, that is true. Kumar, that is a fact. We have to get the first goal. The first goal, the first game, the first leg, we have to get it out of the way immediately. What that does, that gives us the opportunity to be more cognizant of how we're going to approach the league games. Because really and truly, the league games are what going to make the Europa League so dense, because we have so many critical games in between that Europa League tie, and it is very, very difficult. Very, very difficult. Ashton, Jude's biggest achievement was winning League One with Montpellier. Do you think Arteta wants to play a midfield three of Odegaard, Ceballos, and Partey next season? All right, so a valid point, and I don't think Ceballos will be with us next season. He's a quality player. He just had a bad game. He's a quality player, but I don't think Ceballos will be here with us next season. If you should realize the ilk or the type of player that Mikel Arteta goes for in his midfield are very strong, rigid, and physical. That is the reason why he loves to play Xhaka, and he always to play El Nini and also Thomas Partey. So just by his transfer, you realize the type of players that Mikel Arteta loves. So you see Gabriel, Thomas Partey. These are the type of players Mikel Arteta really like. These very aggressive, strong players. So I do believe that that is a strong claim, though. That's a very, very strong claim. But I do believe that these are the type of players Mikel Arteta. So don't be surprised if a player such as Aboubakary Samari coming into Arsenal. Those types of players. And there's a player that plays for Portugal. I'm not sure, remember which club is that right now. Sanchez. His name is Sanchez. Really, really good midfielder, solid midfielder. I'm not sure why he hasn't kicked on as yet. Suarez more assists, goals than Lewandowski. Absolutely agree with it. Yeah, that's it. Suarez has more assists. He's basically more complete. And really and truly, as a defender, I would prefer to play against Lewandowski than Suarez. Don't quote me wrong. Listen to me. The reason why I'd say this is because Lewandowski, we know what he's going to do. He's going to run off you, run in between the line, and he's going to score goals. He's going to score headers, and he's going to kick the ball from distance and score. But what Luis Suarez does is he's so annoying to defenders. He hits the defenders, he kicks them, he bites them, he fights, he physically fights with the defenders, and that disturbs you as a defender. That throws you off your game of what you want to do, and it makes you lapse in concentration. So that is what Suarez does, and I wouldn't like playing against a player like Suarez. That is very annoying, and that might get your head in, and you might end up getting a card. And that is how Suarez approach his game. That is Luis Suarez, and you cannot write that off. That is the person that he's in. All right, so guys, please hit the like button. I'm not sure how many of you like the video, but please hit the like button, please. I'm asking you, hit the like button. Have you heard about the third tier Europa Conference League? I did a review on it. You can check it out in my channel. I did a review on the third tier Conference League, and I think that is suited perfectly for Arsenal. At least we can win a European title. I think UEFA, they're trying their best. UEFA is trying their best to give Arsenal a European trophy, to give us something to brag about. I would mind. Kumar. Who do you want in the next transfer window? And I want another CM and a right back. Okay, right back. Ah. Oof. Yeah. All right, so we all know the likes of Tyreek Lamptey and Max Aaron's names are being called. I think defensively, Tyreek Lamptey is a better defender defensively than Max Aaron. Max Aaron is really good going forward, but I think Tyreek Lamptey is preferred the more complete footballer than Max Aaron. So I would definitely go Tyreek Lamptey, and his physical structure as well as small as he is, he's very sturdy, and I think he can build on. And there's lots of progress from we can see from Tyreek Lamptey. In the midfield era, central midfield era, I think Odegaard would be a good CM. So bringing still in the deal for Odegaard would be an addition, but I would also want Bissouma is a name that is being called quite often, but Bissouma might be chosen for some game because you can't have Thomas Partey and Bissouma in every game. So some games, so we're playing against a Manchester City or playing against a Liverpool, Thomas Partey and Bissouma in your midfield, that is basically a stone crusher midfield. So Bissouma might be a good option for me as well. Best chance for us now to win the Conference Cup. Yeah. Yes, at least we would win a cup. And truth be told, as I know you're a Manchester United fan. When last have you win a title? When last have you win a trophy? Answer that in the comments. Martinelli reminds me of Suarez and Sanchez all action very much. Remember that they're those South American type of players. The Tierney is all action too. He needs to hold back in training, otherwise he will get a lot of injuries. Yes, that is a fact. That is the same thing with Martinelli. These guys go at 100 miles per hour in training or in game. You cannot do that. For you to have a long career, you cannot go at 100 miles per hour at such a young age. It is feasible, but it requires proper health and diet. For example, Cristiano Ronaldo is one of those type of players. He's kind of faded right now in regards to the physical aspect of it, but that is how he was 100%, 100 miles per hour every game, each game, training or on match day, and it's not something that is feasible and can suffice for the long duration of time. We have to be careful of that. Max Aaron will cost 30 million. Yeah, no, he's English bred, so I think it's more likely that he's going to cost that amount of money. Okay, so KP, RB is a position we must prioritize because of our attack mainly flourishes from the left. All right, I'm going to address that. And if they do well on the right, it's solely down to Saka. All right, so no, this is what happened. I think that it is one of two things. Either it is instruction for Mikel Arteta, for Hector Bellerin to not go beyond the Saka, or just go inverted. Go run. When you're going to run inside and not outside. If you should realize, Kieran Tierney, most of Kieran Tierney's run are outside of the of the winger. So yesterday we see the likes of Smith Rowe play when he has the ball. Kieran Tierney is running in behind him and going to the byline to get those crosses in. What Hector Bellerin is doing is that when he gives Saka the ball, he stops. Either he stops or he runs in front of Saka. No, you cannot. You have to run in behind towards the byline where you can get the crossing, and that is where the problem lies for Hector Bellerin, and that is the reason we're not getting the best of Hector Bellerin. And if you should consider this as well, if when the game finished, I doubt Hector Bellerin finished the game with over 5 crosses, right? And when you look at Kieran Tierney, he made maybe about 9 to 10 or 15 crosses in that one single game. Odegaard won't say, yeah, I think Zidane might be. This might be Zidane did Zidane last season, so Odegaard might go back to the Real Madrid. My bad. I lost my mind. Lost my chain of thought. So okay, I think Dumfries, RB at right back and or are given breach for CM. The Dutch league has great talent. Yes, that is true. That is very true. But all right, Dumfries is a good set. Yes, a very good right back. But I wouldn't have a problem with him. But his price value would be very high, though. His price value would be very high. Arsenal, we love to shop in Poundland. We like to go over Poundland. Anything for a pound. You have a pound here. Can we get him for £1.5? Can we get him for £1.10? Can we get him for £1.15? And that is Arsenal. So I'm not sure if we're going to do that. So honestly, we can. Asani Ricketts, honestly, we can win this competition. We just need to constantly play at our best. Why does William keep on coming off the bench and get into games? Well, credit where credit's due, Asani, because he gave us he gave us an assist yesterday, and it what led to the recovery of the game actually. So yes, Mikel Arteta has trust in him, and I think that trust maybe paid off yesterday, but not that well to Mikel Arteta, but not to the fans. My problem is, will William start Sunday? Coming off the bench and putting on a performance like that, will William start Sunday? I'm going to do a show on that separately. Will William start Sunday? And that is where my problem lies. So I think for me, at least players in midfield or attack must not focus on speed, but positioning. All right, that is true, but you have to be mindful that, for example, like Granit Xhaka, he's so good, he's very good positionally. But whenever we're playing against a team that has a lot of dribblers, we're going to suffer. We will suffer because these type of players, they'll take the ball and they'll just walk past the midfielders, just walk, stroll past the midfielders if you don't have pace and power. You cannot do that to a Thomas Partey. You cannot do that to a Thomas Partey. First, Thomas Partey has good positioning. He has power and he has pace. You cannot walk past him. If you should get past him, he will recover. So pace and power is not ideal for a midfielder, but it is a great attribute and asset to have as a midfielder. Okay, so Bellerin is not suited as an inverted right back because the role requires greater technical ability. Cancelo performed the role to a T. Yes, and that is a fact. No, to be fair, Cancelo was actually an inverted right back when he was playing at Juventus. He knew the system. Maybe that could be one of the reasons why Pep Guardiola went for Cancelo. And if you should realize that Kyle Walker is not playing as often as he should or he would want to, because Cancelo knows the role really good. And it is like some revolutionized style of football that what Pep Guardiola is doing with Cancelo, because it does not have a specific position. It should look good. On the team sheet, he's playing at right back, but specifically, it does not have a specific formation, position on the field. He basically roams around. And when we played against them, what Mikel Arteta did, he made Bukayo Saka stay as close as possible to Cancelo. So both of them were actually all over the pitch. But this inverted right back role, it does not suit Hector Bellerin. Yes, technical ability is a factor as well. But I think that his level of concentration is what is the biggest problem. No, he's given some instruction that you should do this, you should do that, and he keeps reverting back to his old natural way. So I think it's solely onto his level of concentration. Okay, so sell Kolasinac. If we sell Kolasinac, we should get Bertrand. I would sell Mavropanos and Holding and try to get Diego Carlos and promote a young centre back like Ballard. All right. Ballard is good. I think McGuinness is actually a bit better, but Ballard is really good. No, Mavropanos has been performing really good. I don't think that we could get a good fee for him as well. Holding is up and down. I think that if we should sell both players, we should definitely go for a solid centre back, right sided centre back, someone that we can rely on. But we have to remember that Saliba is coming in. I know many Arsenal fans have fallen out with Saliba, but I haven't. I've done numerous amount of reviews on Saliba. I've covered all his game, and I'm covering the one that he's played today as well. And I know that he will start. He will start alongside Tobido, and Tobido is a really good centre back. But Saliba is coming back, and I do believe that if Saliba should keep his mouth quiet and just buckle down and work hard, I think we might see him back. So we don't have to worry much about the right-sided centre-back position. Watch any FIFA career mode on YouTube. Do you watch any football? Not really. But I do play FIFA quite often. Actually, I play FIFA 20, but I don't play foot though. Most people are playing foot, but I do play. I'm mostly a season person. Play season. I enjoy playing seasons. You remind me of the guy on AFTV. Which guy? That's who. Oh, bye, gonna eat dinner. Yeah, okay, that's cool. Eat dinner. Oh the time differential in this world is so sick. My time is actually 10:30 a.m. That is my time, 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. But it's good having you on the show. Pepe will start in place of Saka because Arteta said that Saka is a little jaded. It will be a miss, but Leicester City are wounded right now, so Pepe should take advantage. All right. That is hard to take. You really believe Mikel Arteta is going to rest Saka? I don't see it. I cannot see it. I cannot see Mikel Arteta resting Saka. He's so pivotal and crucial to how we're playing right now. If so, I think Saka needs the rest, and we might see Saka. We still might see Saka in the latter stages of the game, maybe like in the maybe 20 minutes in the game, we'll see Saka. If the game is going wayward, we might see Saka. What do you think of Marquinhos? Would you take him at Arsenal? All right. I'm not sure of Marquinhos' age, but he's a good defender. That's Marquinhos at PSG, right? He's a good defender, but I'm not sure of his age, but he's a solid defender as well. Most people are really looking past Kimpembe. Kimpembe is actually a good defender as well. I'm not sure why most people look past him. He might have his errors, but he's a really good defender. Guendouzi in, El Nini out. It is 3:30 p.m. in London. Whoa. We need to further reduce our playing staff from 31 to 25. Yes, that is true. That is really true. All right, so Guendouzi. I'm not sure if you have seen recent reports. I think I did. Did I do it? No, I didn't do any news report. Guendouzi is such a controversial figure. I think Guendouzi is actually, he's having too many issues with coaches and with managers. Too many issues, and that is something that most fans were not looking at. There must be a reason why managers are going at war with Guendouzi. And you're a player, you're young. And I do believe that young players should be respectable to their managers, to their senior players. The last report came out when he was at Arsenal that David Luiz came out boldly and said that this player, he needs to calm down because he has a bright future ahead of him. So he has to calm down. And he's a really good player. He's a really, really good young player. So I think that Guendouzi, he has a bright future. But he has to be careful because attitude and mentality goes a long way in football. One of the key examples for this is Mario Balotelli. Yes, he came under a lot of scrutiny for many different things. Yes, he found himself under a lot of different pressure for many different things. But his attitude was really, really stink. And attitude goes a long way. His mentality was really, really stink. So he has to be careful, be mindful. I'm not sure if he'll he'll also come back. And I think, yes, I think Arteta will sell El Nini. Look, Arteta really did a lot of clean house work this January. And I think that more to come in summer coming. A lot more in-house cleaning to come in summer. Saka is irreplaceable. He's so good in between the lines. Really, really good. Saka is really irreplaceable at this point in time. Yes, he's really good. One of Saka's key, one of Saka's most key talent is knowledge. His IQ is so intelligent. That is one of his biggest part of his game. Is intelligence. That is his biggest factor. And what we realize with these young players, they're so intelligent. Their IQ is so high. They know when, what, and where, and how to do things. And that is really important. Who would you sell, keep? I think Lacazette, Bellerin, and Nketiah, and Low Nelson, and Holding, and sell Renarson. Yes, Renarson is going to be sold. Renarson is actually the third string keeper. Lacazette is going to be sold, if you guys should know. Because if he wasn't going to be sold, Lacazette would have re-signed a contract from January. Last season, Lacazette and Aubameyang was in contract talks, and actually Aubameyang got his contract. Lacazette did, which means that can tell you everything where you need to know about where Mikel Arteta's mind is in regards to Lacazette. Now, another factor is we are actually looking at Odison Edward at Celtic. I actually did a review on it, so you can go and check that video out. And I think that Lacazette will be sold and maybe bring in Edison. What this does still, really and truly, is that what this does, it allows you guys to realize some of the things that we are lacking, what all some strikers are lacking. And yes, we're really good, but I think all some strikers are lacking those type of clinical edge. For example, like a Giroud type player, where we're losing the game, and you just lump everyone forward and just launch the ball inside the 18-yard box. So Odison Edward is one of those type of players that we really need. Clinical on the feet, both really good. and on the ground. So yes, and Ronaldson is a second string. Nelson needs a loan. He's really good. Nelson's actually a quality player, but I think something is wrong is happening between Nelson and Arteta, and that is the reason why he is actually not getting any game time. He's not even making the bench. You should realize that some of the time we bring Arsenal Football Club, Arteta bring in 2 keepers and still not bring Nelson. So something is wrong there. HJ90, Arteta out. We are Arteta in. I am Arteta in. You know that. I'll be seeing you soon. You guys can check out AJ90 channel, big channel. One of good friend of mine. We always talk, and what you will see me playing him and smashing his face in FIFA. At some point in time, I'll be smashing his face in FIFA. So you see that happen sometime soon. Do you feel that Maitland-Niles can play the inverted right back role? All right, so really and truly, yes, Maitland-Niles can play that because he's a very smart player. He's a very, very intelligent player. And we have seen Maitland-Niles play that at even that left back position, playing the inverted left back position. When we played against Liverpool last season in the FA Cup, go and check back that game and you see Maitland-Niles playing that role. No, my problem now is that Maitland-Niles does not want to play at fullback. He does not want to play at fullback. That is the reason why he chose West Brom over Southampton. That is the main reason why he chose West Brom over Southampton. West Brom is given the opportunity to play him in the midfield. In the midfield 3, Southampton, they wanted a fullback. And that is the reason why we didn't win. So it's a good option, but I don't think Mikel Arteta his Maitland has wanted that. Saka's main attribute is his fearlessness, his willingness to get risk, set him apart from the counterparts. Yes, those are facts. And as I said, you just put that IQ on top of it, that intelligence of a player, and it's a seal. Saka will go very far, and his humbleness is something that we have to commend because he's such a humble player. He's a very, very humble player, and that will take him so far. We can't sell Ronaldson because I think he won a magazine competition to train with a professional football team. Yes, so it's good advertisement for Arsenal Football Club, right? Yes, and we know we love the advertisement aspect of football. That is so true. Yo, it is selling. Oh, what's up? What's up, man? It's been a long while. Big up EG, Eagle TV. Great show, guys. Again, go check out this show, Eagle TV. Great show. I always go on this channel. So yeah, no, I said as soon as I finish, I'll hit you guys up in the Discord and we can talk about it. Yeah. I believe Arsenal are having issues with agents. I think Maitland-Niles, Nketiah, Balogun, and Nelson all have the same. Yes, they do. I'm not sure Maitland-Niles. I'm not sure, but I know Nketiah and Balogun, they have the same agents. Yes. Because of that, I really believe that Mikel Arteta might let go of them because of agent. And you know, something that I learned from Alex Ferguson is that when Manchester United wanted to keep Paul Pogba, Alex Ferguson said that he will not keep Paul Pogba. He does not want Paul Pogba because of his agent. And as football fans, you should look on this on a different perspective. Now, why is it that a manager does not want a player because of his agent? Solely because agents manipulate players. Players who are influential can manipulate other players in the dressing room, and that can cause problems. That can cause problems for the manager. So for example, Balogun agent is the sole reason why he's at war with Arsenal even right now. And I don't think they will sign him because of that. So you cannot allow your agents to control you like that. I know he wants game time and such, but look at Saka played for his game time. Smith Rowe played for his game time. All these players are waiting on their own game time, and they do believe that it can happen. Prayer Merch Saka said the main objective of the academy is to produce good human beings, and I think Saka is a direct representation of the academy ethics ethos. Yes, and that is a fact. All right, so Okay, so you guys know that right now, Saka could be one of those guys in the picture room, in the dressing room, in the academy saying, guys, you should be like him. All his A grades, all his grades are A's. His behavior is A plus. His humility is an A plus. His attitude is A plus. It's so humble. So these are things that I believe that we have to factor in and say, okay, is this natural type of person? All right, so that is it for me, guys. I really did enjoy the chat. I really, really enjoyed the chat. Hopefully, when I go again, you guys can join me and we can also have another discussion like this. Same time tomorrow morning or tomorrow Saturday. I don't do watch along. I'm not sure if that is something I want to do, but I'm not sure if time to come I'll want to do it. But I don't do watch along. But I'll be going live before and after the game. So hopefully you guys can tune in. And I really, really enjoyed this show with you guys. Hopefully you guys hit the like button. And if you are joining me for the first, please subscribe. I'm asking you to subscribe for the support. KP, enjoy your content. Love the fact that you're so vocal. Hopefully you can join me again. I'll be assigning some moderators soon. And you seem as if you're one of the persons that I would definitely let allow to be a moderator. You're very vocal and very intelligent. I love the way you put your questions together. Ashan as well. Yes, very vocal. Intellect. You guys are very smart. So you guys possibly could be my moderator soon. Hopefully I can get those things sorted out. And I'll be joining you guys soon again. Military Guna TV. Please check out my video. I did a video, 2 more videos. So go and check it out. Thank you very much. And I am Military Guna TV. I am out.